What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I grew up around the time where Amber Rose was coming out. I was already like 20 years old, but you know, I got to see Amber Rose first coming on the scene with a young Kanye West. And just seeing her impact as like one of the first social media models and kind of getting into the industry and all of that going on. So I've seen Amber Rose when literally she was the most requested female in the hip hop industry for like 10 years. To see her be like, oops, the wall is here. So I've been there the whole time, right? And I've also seen the switch up, okay? The rebrand of Amber Rose, which is now, she's a hard body Republican, hard body black conservative, or whatever she wants to call herself. And now she's dropping some tea out here on Shannon Sharpe's podcast. And this is going to be very interesting.
Joseline Hernandez was trying to have sex with me. The whole time I was on College Hill, she was in my ear. She was saying, just give me a chance one time. You know, but if you cool with it, we can do it in front of my husband. But if not, like, it could just be me and you. And at first I was nice. And I said, I'm flattered. It's just not my thing. Right. I was very gentle. Right. In my ear again, coming over, like having a dress on and going like this, bending over, a coochie out.
What?
Yes. And it was loud.
Did you tell her, it's like, look, I like the Arm & Hammer?
I did. She knew that.
Okay.
She knew that I'm a heterosexual woman.
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff.
Heavy on the hetero.
Heavy on the hetero.
Okay.
So, you know, it's Joseline. She bending over showing me her vagina, and I'm laughing. I'm like, girl, you crazy.
If you was a man, you'd be attracted to that, but you're not attracted. That's not your thing. Okay.
Joseline's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
An idiot, but she's a beautiful girl, right? I'm not going to deny that. So anyway, when I have respectfully declined on numerous occasions, then she started bullying me with the race. Why you sound white? Why you talk white? Why this and that, blah, blah, blah. But you black. Why you act white? All this. And I'm like, you're like obsessed with me. Like you don't talk white. Are you insinuating that black people can't speak well? Because that's what it's giving, right?
All right, so I want to get this whole idea about Joseline Hernandez. That basically, you know, when she was on College Hill, she rejected these sexual advances, and all of a sudden, Joseline Hernandez started treating her bad and wanted her to get her cheeks clapped and all of this. And when it came for a threesome, she would say no. And all of a sudden she came after her and all this, as you've heard on the clip. But I remember the slut walk. Anybody remember Amber Rose's The Slut Walk? And this was a protest against, you know, grape culture and slut shaming. All right. And this is the end of, you know, sexual harassment, verbal harassment, misogyny, raise awareness and consciousness, a whole bunch of stuff that Amber Rose is not preaching now, being a Trump supporter, okay? It just goes to show you how people are when they fall off. But you know what, brothers? They never expected some of these unwanted sexual advances would come from women themselves. Like, if you don't believe me, ask Lizzo. All of those women are like, you know what? When it comes to Lizzo, she's this and she's that and all of this and you know, all of these different things going on, and her people suing her left and right. And when you see a lot of these sexual advances, it's coming from women themselves. So what is it? Why is it the case? I'll tell you why that's the case. Amber Rose, you presented yourself as somebody that was clappable. I mean, that's the only reason why somebody would ask a woman, like, hey, look, Amber, you're beautiful. Could you come and basically let my husband clap you up? Could you put his, you know what, in your mouth? Like, could you do all of this? And the girl was obsessed with you. You know, it's a lot of women obsessed with women. Just go and look at it. And the thing is, now what we're starting to see Well, all of these little violence reports, I do it all the time. Yeah, you have men abusing women and vice versa, but y'all not talking about that same gender stuff going on. And the reality is people will respect people who respect themselves. And now, Amber Rose, you don't live that life no more. You're not booty bouncing it up no more like you used to be. You used to be liberal out there. I want to be able to go ahead and thought it all the way up. Now you're not saying that. You want to know why? Because those ladies were looking at you the same damn way that you felt that men were looking at you. And ask any lady, okay? You think the only men is looking at your cheeks? Nah, it's other folk looking at your cheeks. So who do you blame for this stuff? Okay? Now, one of the things is, and I want to talk to a lot of the women out there, and I see this, and obviously, you know, it's just like the gangbangers. When they're young, they're tearing up the black community, and then when they get older, you know, a lot of brothers are trying to stop and repay for what they did. And Amber Rose is doing that without saying sorry. Amber Rose has made it very easy for the culture to the sexy reds. I mean, she ain't never been that bad. And the rest of the Megan Thee Stallions for them to come out here and get sexualized. And then it was okay. Here's historically what it was like. Only black men could sexualize women. Let's just call it for what it is. Only black men are the ones, and let's even talk about it more closely. Black men that are unattractive, like the most of y'all listen to this because you know I look good. If you're a black man and you're unattractive, you are sexually harassing women. It was completely almost okay, all right? Let me just say for folks to go out there and feel on other ladies and do all of that and twerk and pat their booties, that wasn't sexualized. That wasn't sexual harassment. But what's going on now? I'm gonna tell you what's going on now. Now women are feeling uncomfortable with that. Like, yo, wait a minute. Why you talking to me like this? Why you touching on me like this? I don't like that. You know what? I'm gonna go out there and tell on how that chick from College Hill was grabbing on me. Cause just like I'm gonna tell all the women out there that y'all have so many problems, wanna know who the most problems that y'all have with? It ain't men. It ain't men. It ain't men. And see, they don't wanna admit that, brothers. The majority of problems that women face usually is coming from somebody in the same gender. You will have ladies come out and talk to you. You know, I don't really trust women a lot. I don't want them around me. They messy. I don't have no, you've all heard a woman, well, I don't have that many female friends. Why you don't have female friends? Nah, like if you have somebody, let's say for example, my homeboy was just out here in Africa, right? And you know, I happened to be seeing a young lady that I know at a restaurant. I just happened to be there and he saw her there. He was like, damn, you fine. He was like, yeah, you know, but I'm seeing somebody, whatever. And he was like, well, damn, do you got some friends that look like you? And she was like, and really she didn't want to tell him like, yo, man, I don't really have female friends all like that. Like, I don't really be trusting them for real. Like, you know, it's kind of, not saying it's all phony, but it's kind of phony style. And the reality is that a lot of women that have problems with men typically got problems with women, okay? And if men feel like you don't respect yourself, women also feel like you don't respect yourself, okay? That's the issue. Amber Rose started the slut walk because she felt that men didn't respect women like her, which for some men, it could have been true. But what she doesn't want to talk about is that women, there are certain elements of women who looked at her as a piece of meat. Look, you are the perfect person that I feel that I want to go ahead on and clap cheeks with my husband as a side chick. That's how I see you. And then you get mad about it. But hey, if you want to participate and portray yourself a certain way, unfortunately, some people are going to carry you like that. Now, is it wrong? Sure. It's not. You don't have a God-given right to mistreat people the way you want to because of how they look, but we be here lying to say that it's not true. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.